Hi everybody, my name is Hannah. I'm a hand-holding human and I'm sharing a moment with you today, and this moment comes in collaboration, of course, with the team at the Moments Company. And what I'm sharing with you today is a really powerful tool called Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as EFT or tapping. And this tool is based on the premise of traditional Chinese medicine. So if you've ever had acupuncture, you'll know that the Chinese believe that we have an energetic system within ourselves. We have an energy body. And so when we have acupuncture, we bring about this sense of balance using those needles to create a much more vibrant flow of energy that supports our health and well-being. And EFT is very similar. It's also based on the body's energy system, so we'll be tapping through particular points of the body to bring about this sense of ease and balance. But it's without the needles, so I like to think of our fingertips having this infinite supply of rescue remedy. And we're going to be utilising that today. I'm going to be guiding you through the tapping points, okay? So the other thing that is really helpful to know is that EFT is also kind of used based on the premise that when we experience negative emotion, we are experiencing a disrupted energy system within ourselves. And when we look around, when we notice what we're experiencing, our current reality is feeling super disrupted right now by physical and social distancing, and by everything else that is playing out on not only a local level to us, but also globally. So what EFT allows us to do is to tune into how we're feeling, to soothe and release that discomfort and any emotion that may be coming with that. And then we will bring ourselves back into balance, feeling much more centered within ourselves, which is wonderful. We all need much more of this right now. So I'm going to talk you through it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to share with you is that we need to just tune into what we're feeling right now and what we're noticing. And for ease, today we're going to focus on when we're feeling some kind of physical discomfort. So that could be a heaviness in your chest, it could be uncomfortable feeling, a tightness maybe in your tummy. Today I'm going to focus on a feeling in my throat, maybe like a hard kind of ball feeling in my throat, and I'm going to talk you through then how we would work with that. The most important thing to do initially is to just actually scale it for yourself. So just notice what number you would give it. So for me, 1 is I'm feeling easy breezy, everything feels okay, and 10, this feels really uncomfortable, like it's actually stopping me from being able to do what I need to do. It's kind of taking over my whole focus. And as you do this more, you'll start to notice your own scale. But for me, my throat right now, I would say is about a 5, and I would describe it as a ball of sticky energy within my throat. If I tune in, I notice that the colour is brown, and it feels quite heavy and it feels quite restricted. So we're going to start working with it, and I'm going to invite you to tap with me. Now, you might not have a throat that feels uncomfortable for you, so you can just change your words based on what you're feeling within yourself. So you might just want to watch me do a round of tapping, and then you have the formula that you can then use to support yourself, okay? So we always start with the karate chop point, which is just here, this fleshy bit, just beneath the pinky and just above the wrist. We're just going to give it a little tap here, and as we do, we're just tuning in. So this is what we say, this is the setup statement. So even though I have this feeling of restriction in my throat, this brown sticky ball in my throat, I still love and respect myself. So even though I have this sensation in my throat that feels like a brown sticky ball, I still love and accept myself. Okay, so just tapping on the top of the head first, like really light touch, just tapping up here. Just got this feeling in my throat, and I swallow, I notice it. It's about a 5, feels quite uncomfortable, feels quite sticky. I think it might be affecting the sound of my voice a little bit. It's okay, so I'm just here and I'm just giving myself space to feel and experience it. Okay, then we're going to tap just here, just on the eyebrow, the inside of the eyebrow above the nose. Just noticing it's about 5, and it feels about the size of a golf ball in my throat. It's really good to be specific. So it feels like a golf ball in my throat, still brown, so it feels quite sticky. And notice I'm swallowing a lot. Then we're going to tap just here on the other side of the eyebrow, just quite bony bit here. Just give myself space to process that, to tune in with it. This sticky feeling in my throat, this golf ball in my throat. And then just underneath the eye, above the cheekbone. Feels about 4 now actually. It's started to drop down and the brownness has become a little bit lighter. It's starting to shift into more of a grey colour. Okay, so just observing, noticing the changes that you're feeling. You might then want to tune in with the emotion. So just tuning, just tapping, just underneath the nose, above the lip, just like this. Just noticing that it feels like worry actually. It feels like tension. And then just tapping on the crease of your chin. Just noticing this worry. And noticing the colours change. And now it's kind of moved more to like a large marble shape in my throat. Okay. And I'm going to tap here. So this is just underneath the collarbone point. So we're just tapping underneath here. So just noticing and observing the changes that I'm feeling in my throat. Noticing that emotion of worry, tension. But actually, as I just sit with myself, I notice I feel much better. And as I actually actively breathe, it feels like I have more space in my throat now to breathe. So that feels really good. Okay, and then we're just going to tap underneath the ribs, this fleshy bit here. So just taking time to breathe and just noticing now that my feeling in my throat is about 3. And it feels like a small marble. Yeah. And it's more of a grey colour now, there's no brown. Yeah, that feels good. And then underneath the armpit, just here, just tapping away. Still breathing, notice any expansion that you might feel and any other emotion. The emotion might change. So I'm feeling relief now actually because I've got this feeling that's really calmed down. So I feel relief. A little bit worried still, but just feel relief. And I'd say I'm about 2 now, so I just tap through the finger points. So sorry, the wrist point, just here, and then we go through the fingertips. All the way through, just lightly tapping them, and then I just bring my hand to my heart, and I would just breathe into my heart space. And I'm still about 2, and there's a little tiny, I'd say pea-shaped feeling now, and it's like becoming a white colour. I feel much more resourceful, I don't feel worried. So I've worked through that quite quickly. Now, I would probably do another couple of rounds of tapping, just as we've just done, and just keep tapping and talking to yourself, holding space for yourself. When you're tuning into how you're feeling and you're talking about it, you're listening to your body's whispers and wisdom. You're very much in the present, you're in the here and now, and again, that's really soothing because we can't be in the future and we can't be in the past, we're just here and now. So tapping is a wonderful tool. And I would just keep tapping on that until it releases completely. I might yawn in the process. You might even burp. These are all experiences that me and my clients have. We're like, we do tapping, it's okay. It's just an expression of old energy, just letting go of pressure, that kind of thing. So that's what I would do in a moment. That's what I would do in a moment where I feel discomfort. But also a moment where I really want to hold space for myself in this time and I want to look after me. So I hope that's been supportive and helpful for you. And I'm just sending love to you at this time. Take care and enjoy this powerful, wonderful tool of EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. Bye for now.